Hello, Starcrater. How's it going? Welcome, everybody, to Ace Combat 7. Yeah, I'm very tired. But don't worry, I've got liquid caffeine in the form of soda. But that's what happens when you close, like, 3 of the last 4 nights. But anyway, welcome back to Ace Combat 7, and today we are continuing the Not a Scratch playthrough. I believe we last left off, or the last mission we did was Stonehenge, which means we get to do Bunker Buster. Fuck.
was born downtown in our capital.
Yep, Bunker Buster. F for F. Press F to pay respects while I say F to go fuck.
The destruction of one of
one Starcrater, there's no real point, because there's only 2 people in the stream right now. And 2, that poll basically has the same it's like A or A. I don't know why that always happens, where when I start a stream, it drops what game I'm doing. It's a perfect poll, I don't see anything wrong with it. Special weapons specific to this mission will be used. Special weapons you normally use cannot be selected because fuck you. Okay, so we're gonna go with the Raven because pulse lasers. And we don't really need to do anything to it. Your bird is blowing her lungs up. Can't hear anything. Oh, she's being loud? Headphones, I guess. Let's just relook at the parts. Since most of them are laser parts, I don't think there's... Blindfold. I mean, I guess it could work.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Alright, I am not looking forward to this.
Arusia only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try.
Well, hurry up, Starscream. We'll probably be on this mission for a while.
Painter to look at the real thing from the sky. Can't tell the difference.
The wing of that LRSSG that brought down that Arsenal bird. We've got the bombs. You do the terminal guidance.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with the circle in the center of your HUD. When you're lined up, hit
At
the
least it's got a
fire
good
switch and the
soundtrack.
bomb will drop. You're gonna need to keep the silo aligned until the bomb hits. The enemy set up anti-air weapons in multiple locations. We need to work together to take them down. Keep the targeting pod trained on that silo until the payload is delivered.
Bunker Buster hit its mark. Time for fireworks.
Destruction of first missile silo confirmed.
The IRBM is aimed at the Ocean garrison. Soldiers' lives are at stake. We have no time.
We completely lost it.
Carefully.
I don't know, because it's an arcade game. In Ace 3 or Coffin Planes, there is no ejection system, so that does make a little bit of sense. But I think it's more or less you just game over.
Bunker buster away.
Restart from the checkpoint.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Well, balls.
No structures visible.
Chaff and flares launched.
Enemy is flat.
They won't be able to tell. Fox 2.
Go away. Trigger gets shut down. Guess I'll die. I think it's more of a gameplay mechanic issue. Where if you get shot down,
Target confirmed.
yeah, Trigger could still survive, but
The bomb was off its
that wouldn't be a
mark.
very fun
Target is
game.
still standing.
So they just have you die so you can immediately restart. But that's my theory.
This is a serious mission. Was it Wiseman who gave Strider 2 account? Formation changes every mission.
Damn it!
I'm sure he has a reason for it. I believe that when I see it.
Strider 1 crashed.
That could be too. They eject and then the 58,000 missiles that are following them
Therefore, the enemy's
blow
gonna
them up,
release
so who
to
knows.
try and throw our bombers off the set.
Did you say fake?
They're paying attention to the sky. Can't tell the difference.
This mission's going to fucking suck.
LRSSD that brought down that Arsenal bird. We've got the bombs. Use the terminal guidance.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with a circle in the center of your HUD. When you're lined up, hit the firing switch and the bomb will drop. You're gonna need to keep the silo aligned until the bomb hits. Keep the targeting pod trained on that silo until the
No, no,
payload
no,
is
no.
delivered.
Fucking hell.
The bomb was off its mark. The target is still standing. Dropping another bunker buster will take some time. Aim carefully. The enemy set up anti-air weapons in multiple locations.
We need to work together to take them down.
Bunker buster away.
Trigger has scored a kill. Hit, but it was off the mark. Let's give him another.
The warhead should be exposed. Standard weapon within sight. Take your pick.
Okay, that one's a
Target the first
fake.
missile silo confirmed.
The IRBM is aimed at the OTM garrison. Those whose lives are at stake. We have no time.
They completely lost it. You can bet on it.
But to end this madness,
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
size of the missiles launched from the silo is off the chart.
Let's do this.
Technically, if you want to be real technical about it, it has 4. Oh, you mean 2 at a time? Yeah. I see what you mean now. Okay, let's kill this AA gun.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Still gotta lead the target.
This is a serious mission. Was it Wiseman who gave Strider 2 account? A formation changes every mission. I'm sure he has a reason for it. I believe that when I see it. I'm just glad he won't be there to shoot my ear off. That's a swing and a miss. It'd be a lot easier to find the silo if the weather was nice.
Okay, let's see here.
Strider 1, we have the coordinates. Firing the bunker buster.
Look,
Boom!
there's fire shooting up from the ground.
Missile silo destroyed.
Okay, that one was a fake.
No launch signs yet.
Let's go up here.
Picking up an enemy squadron. reinforcements they called in. They don't appear to be going after our bomber. Take them out if they interfere with our mission. Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Hostile has a lock.
Fuck you, AA guns.
We did it. That takes care of that. Nice work.
Target is hit.
Target confirmed. Dropping the bomb now.
God damn it. That's real.
Target confirmed. Dropping the bomb now. Alright, now let's take out those remaining silos.
Missile silo destroyed.
Where do we look next? The sky feels open and free today. As a Cyclops, I felt like a bird in a cage.
5 minutes remaining.
Once this mission's over, I guess we'll be back under the company commander's thumb again. What a pain in the ass.
Excuse me.
Bunker buster away.
Missile in the air! Wait, no! All that's left is the IRBM.
Target is hit.
Slider suckers!
Hit. Target destroyed.
The fewer there are, the harder they are to find. Good luck.
There's only one silo remaining.
I'm like a wolf that's been let off its leash. These guys won't
Shut up,
get hit.
Princess Count.
I thought you were a bird
Strider
from
1,
its cage.
missile launched.
Target is eliminated.
That's a fake.
Lockdown bandit, attacking.
Target acquired. Enemy has a lock on you.
Yeah, I know they do fire, but I'd still rather take as many of them as I can.
I've been spiked.
Bunker buster away. That was a fake.
Fake. That means this has to be the real one.
An enemy is behind you.
I know it's easy to tell if they're fake, but because I'm trying to stay at a distance, it's harder than normal for me. Normally I just go in, take the damage, and you know, do that, but also pulse laser doesn't work like the machine gun for this.
I'll bet that one hurt.
Chaffin flares are completed.
Yep, that's the real one. Come on. You're having seizures, that's not good.
Target confirmed. Dropping the bomb now.
All missile silos have been destroyed.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
What the hell is that?
Alert! We've detected an IRBM launch. Confirmed signature on our radar. Launch
This is
site
what V2 is for.
Not from the silos?
They certainly hit it well. We still have a chance. Shoot it down before it reaches critical altitude.
Missile. Warning! Missile in the air! Missile. Enemy has a lock. Evade! Missile.
Enemy done. Continuing attack.
Confirm signature on our radar.
Bum.
Warning, we confirm another launch. Take it out.
Alert spam. Okay,
Enemy missile chasing me.
New hostiles.
thanks for bringing that to my attention. I'll get it as soon as the mission's up. Yeah, if you can, report him.
Incoming!
But I can't really stop and take care of it right now.
Bandit has a lock.
Not when I'm this close.
Caution! Enemy has a lock.
Mark 2. Enemy missile detected.
Yeah, it, whatever that bot is. It's Hugin and Moonin, guys. Hugin and Moonin are spamming my chat. Done! No damage!
Destroyed.
Alright.
I was cutting it pretty close. I was starting to get a little nervous.
You're telling me you had us sweating up here. There wasn't even anything we could do about it.
There we go.
Glad we were partnered with you on this operation.
That went about as expected. Be sure to include in the report how much ass I kicked while off the company commander's leash. Roger that. And
What do you
I'm
mean
sure
the
to
previous
include all the
one?
crap you said about Wiseman, too.
That was the only one.
Arusia only has 5 IRBM silos in total.
Alrighty, now it's time for Cape Rainy Assault.
We have
And yep, no damage bonus. Speed run through the can.
with the loss of an arsenal.
I'm gonna make sure I don't get killed or damaged. Excuse me. Also because, you know, reasons. We're gonna bring some spicy pizzas. Spicy pizzas. That's right. Pizza. Okay, good. We have the jammer. Hello, Game Zone. Welcome to Not a Scratch, where I try and beat the game of a 7 without taking any damage whatsoever.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. Cleared to taxi.
We're doing the Falcon with hot sauce, essentially.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Trigger, maintain your current approach. Excellent work, Trigger. Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Hopefully by the time this is done, the next Ace Combat stream will be the Nosferatu. Because hopefully by that time, it'll have been released. Hello, Nugget!
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1.
We just finished Bunker Buster. Now we're
Aircraft, reduce altitude.
delivering pizzas.
From here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Aslan's order. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly? We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men. Everyone here's already signed their results. That ain't funny.
Oh God!
Never was good at jokes. Trigger's down!
Yeah, that could have gone better.
Strider 1. You have passed
That
through
joke made
waypoint
Trigger go, nope, I choose
No
death.
until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions. from here on
Searchlight
out.
guys were busy eating pizza, that's why they did not hear the plane.
Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain
Yeah,
your
I know,
course.
Nugget.
Searchlight up ahead.
This mission
Watch
takes
for
a new meaning since I'm actually work as a delivery boy
it. Strider, Aslan's one. Our current
for the time being. I honestly don't know
Can we secure the
how long I'll last in that job, but
We'll
you
get you
know.
down safe. I'm worried you're short on men. Everyone here's already signed their wills. That ain't funny.
What, crash? No.
Never was good.
I have to use my own car. I'm not gonna crash my own car.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti.
I am so sick and tired of Count's
Like the company
bitching.
commander himself. The best thing about Strider Squadron is that our leader keeps his mouth shut. Watch your speed.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye
Ah,
on your
good,
altitude.
radio
Your
silence. That
response
means
against
Count
the
has
fog.
to shut the fuck up. This might be crazy for me to say this, but I actually enjoy the canyon runs. Especially if there's nothing shooting at you.
You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base.
We made it. That was quite the roller coaster ride. Catch him now. Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off we'll be. Hurry up. Finish them off.
All right, let's give him a beating. Target is eliminated.
No one leaves the party until I say so.
Enemies are attacking!
'Cause that's just rude.
They took out our leader's bird.
Marine pilot, glad it's not Chandelier.
Fire up the searchlights. I can't see where the enemies are coming from.
It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. I guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better.
This is Bastion's point. Arrived at the AO. Landing now.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Be quick. Gotta deliver on time. The pizza's free. Your jokes
Yep.
haven't gotten any better.
That's it. We take out those two. Force our way.
And no one wants to have to deliver a free pizza.
We've lost 30% of our AA guns.
Enemy AC-130 above.
Trust your allies and keep moving. This base is ours for the taking. Wait for base command. by.
Strider 1, target acquired.
We've engaged the enemy reinforcements. Requesting immediate close air support.
Copy that.
You guys in trouble. Let's help them out.
It's all right. Those two Ozian big shots will take care of them for us.
Wow, that's a lot of ground units all clumped together. Be shame if something happened to them.
Strider Squadron, do it quickly, or we'll lose the element of surprise.
Air support is on its way.
Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, that attack just took out the enemies on the front line. The way ahead is cleared up. Have our thanks.
Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack.
All enemy fighters down.
I feel their pain. I really do. But this is war.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in.
Confirmed at least one leader.
What's up, guys?
That's the last of our anti-air guns. They've all been taken out.
We still got 3 enemy fighters left. It's not over yet.
Emergency! See the enemy reinforcements? They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support.
Strider 1, missile launched. 2 remaining.
It's always nice when people join the party.
Stay cool. Regroup the ranks. Lancaster, requesting close air support.
Strider Squadron, enemy reinforcements.
I love FA being the fight or the choppers.
Don't give in. Fight until the very end. This is 2-2. We're stuck. We won't be able to capture the base at this rate.
Keep your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of the enemy.
1 last enemy fighter.
Kaboom!
Destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Enemy on their heels.
Okay.
No,
Count of 3.
I mean, yes, but it didn't hurt them.
There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to
Besides,
wait
a Marion pilot.
too long. In the assault.
We do this all the time.
Kill them.
That's why Amarians are immune to their own weapons.
Go! Go! Fire!
Except for Shamrock. But
Tear down that barricade.
he's only weak to the ADMMs, which is technically an Estvakian weapon, so it works.
How'd it go? This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours.
Throw in the pizzas.
Functions.
Glad the pizza was on time.
God, I love this mission.
Roger that.
Oh.
Basilisk 1. Mission
I
accomplished.
totally believe that they actually
All
did bring
prisoners of war
pizza.
will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Because if they didn't, that would be false advertising.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. Move to the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is...
Oh, I love Mission 14.
The party is on.
It's so fun.
Here.
It's a canyon run, followed by
3,000 meters to the runway.
basically just curb stomp. As the enemies go, what the fuck?
To the runway. Turn right. We're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Abort landing. Strider 1 is down.
You can't land there. Ha! That's interesting.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land. The party is on as soon as you get here.
Good to know. I thought you could.
Your speed.
We learned something today, boys and girls.
3,000 meters to the runway.
You cannot land
Turn left.
on that. No, I landed here on Team America.
Ride on the money.
I
Strider
didn't
one.
land near
Strider one has landed. Let's go with
the. It is a different material. So, but no, I landed on the taxiway in Team America.
Excellent.
All right, everybody, it's Farbanti time.
The operation to capture Erusian.
Okay, so you said the Morgan, right? Let's go ahead and do the Morgan. Technically it's not Pixie Skin, it's Cypher's. Because it's got the 32 number and Ustian Air Force markings. See, I don't need that. Gonna take that off. Put the range on. And the jammer. The Morgan's first appearance was in Ace Combat Zero, yes. This was made by the Belkin, South Belka Munitions Factory. But even though this says Pixie Skin, Ustian Air Force, Valet Tailcodes 32 with the Golem team emblem, this is Cypher. The closest consoles will get to Pixie Skin is this. But I actually prefer the No, don't get me wrong, it is beautiful. It's just not Pixies. But I really like the blue. I use that version so many times.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
But no, I love the Morgan and Zero because it was almost as powerful as the CFA was. Because of the burst missiles. The reason why I say almost is because the ADMMs reloaded faster and you could carry more of them. But the Zero burst missiles were just insane.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war.
This'll end
It's
the
time
war.
to commence the operation.
Once and
Our
for
friends are
all.
waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They can use some air support. Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone. Fox 2.
Count is back in the saddle with Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Fox 3.
Ah, it's real funny.
Our air support is
I
down
thought it
the
was
enemy.
funny, Count.
Advance on the hospital. Half the enemy's already down. That LRSSG is really something. 4 out of 10. We're pinned down.
Anti-air gun eliminated.
Roger. The mark will be secured. You'll see a big shot coming away.
If you let them through, we're as good as dead. Locked on.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
The giant engine's so rude compared to the perfect geometry of the Falcon. Well, to be fair to the Morgan, Nicola, this came before the Falcon.
On my target's back. Time to punch through.
So it's a progression.
Enemy vessel. Fire.
Strider 1, hostile has a lock.
Alright, we're gonna kill this chopper, then head to sea.
We're on their forces.
Careful. The ruins and sunken ships make these waters shallow.
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat. Let's go. Lucian.
Roger.
Missile hit.
I don't believe it. Those planes are eluding the enemy ship's defense system, but still striking their target.
Grandpa kicks ass better than the grandson. I know in
Keep sending the enemy forces
the
to
Morgan's
their water
debut game,
frames.
nothing could beat the Grandpa in terms of sheer firepower.
Fox 2.
Keep attacking. Sink the enemy and it's over.
Three strikes is overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side.
Fox 3. Vessel confirmed sunk.
Boom!
Lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult.
God, that looks so beautiful.
Advances.
The LRSSG looks like Luck is on our side.
No, it wasn't. It's just the TLS is a precision instrument, whereas the burst missile could basically wipe the entire screen of enemies in one missile. It's like comparing the battle damage between a scalpel
Everyone's requesting backup.
and a warhammer. Both can kill in one hit, but the scalpel can only do it if you hit the right spot. The warhammer just destroys everything because there is no subtlety.
Let's turn the remaining enemies into search bait.
done. Go down. These guys just won't give up. Enemy's got a lock. Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships.
Well, yeah, I'd go for the nuke.
Damn it, 3 strikes is back.
The harder the battle, the less likely it goes according to plan. Don't be afraid. We're the ones
I'm so glad that that Aegis ship was occupied with the other Oceans. My missile was able to just slide on through.
What do you mean retreat?
And the Navy is dead.
Preventing us from landing.
The last of the Erusian Navy. Gone. Well, okay, they have a frigate left.
It's on radar. Take him out.
Eh, but that's about it.
forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses. Roger that. We must take advantage of this opening. That area's all yours, Strider. Back up one squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Target eliminated.
Fox 2.
Put your backs into it, man. If we get through this, things are on me.
Strider 1, Fox 3.
Show them how Osea fights this battle.
Vehicle eliminated.
Over half our forces are neutralized. They have a lock on me.
Strider 1, missile away.
Keep an eye on your radar. All it takes is one missile and you're in street.
Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to
Alright, hail hydrate.
Understood. Understood.
And welcome, Floofy.
Understood. Understood.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Our tanks and combat vehicles are knocked out. They mostly fall.
Exactly, no forced pre-roll ads. Oh, well, that'd be nice too, but, you know,
We've got flies walking around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them.
pre-rolls I can understand a little bit more than mid-rolls.
Take them out before they can approach the bridge.
Both are bad, but if we have to have one or the other, I'd rather have a pre-roll than a mid-roll.
Friendly aircraft on.
Reduce altitude. Fly between the buildings.
Strider 1, missile closing. Evade.
I thought it was easier to survive the battle.
Hail pizza.
Evading enemy missile.
Bye-bye.
Longcaster, this is Base 1. We'll handle the rest.
All aircraft, move on to assist other units.
Should be a destroyer here.
Take it from here.
5 minutes remaining.
Yep, there's the destroyer.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Requesting fire barrage. Coordinates 2294-5002. Targeted enemy SCP formation.
That could be.
Your strongest round.
Fox 2,
I think a building just blew up the destroyer. I blew up so many buildings around it.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Bracketing is complete. Fire for effect. Roger. Cease firing.
Alright, we're gonna reload.
Go easy on our eardrums next time.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower.
Namely for flares. And I gotta remember to, after the Aegis ashore, quickly make it back so we can get the IEWS for Soul Squadron.
There's just too many of them.
This is Michael 2. Look up, bandit.
Yeah, she'd probably not like see me just destroy abandoned buildings.
Remaining. We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars. Copy.
Alright,
Trigger.
Aegis ashore is, well, ashore.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
Missile. Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile.
This is Base 1. Our Bungie reconstruction part is under our control. Now, on to the enemy headquarters. Hey, those are our planes. Give them a wave.
Missile.
Strider 3, Fox 2.
Missile.
Okay, so I think Seawiz got the missile.
Missile. Missile.
So we're gonna go from the front.
The damn enemy air support. They're the ones who turned the tide.
Target acquired.
Missile.
Target destroyed. 2 minutes remaining. Fox 3.
Missile.
Don't let them through.
Missile.
You did really well out there. This is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece. I took some damage.
Alright, I'm gonna head back and grab the IEWS.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway.
Anxiety's been a thing. And it has been helped by the kind of sleep deprivation I've been feeling.
Missile inbound. Take it. Say goodbye. Strider 1, hostile has a lock.
You know, do what you gotta do. Until I can get another job, I have to keep working at this one. Because as much as I'd love to be able to do full-time streaming for you guys, Twitch doesn't really pay the bills all that well. And I'm not gonna be one of these streamers that goes, sub to me or, you know, go away because I'm entitled and I need free money.
All aircraft.
I hate those kind of people, so I am not gonna be that.
The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that. Man, don't jinx us.
You're right.
Well, Salty,
No.
streaming actually does kind of help with the anxiety.
It's Mr. Rex.
So that's why I keep doing it. Believe it or not, you guys are free therapy for me. we're gonna reload missiles by restarting the checkpoint. And flares.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the
No!
Silhouettes. The 2 leaders are at a different level, but don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst. Taking evasive action. This was not bad. As good as Wood says, although their teamwork is somewhat lacking. I'm hit!
Boom!
Stay focused. You've still got a monster to slay.
You know, when I first heard that really long name, thanks to Floofy showing me Trigon, I thought of Vash's full name. I can't remember it, but if Floofy, if you're still in the chat and want to drop it, go ahead.
See where your plane is headed. Eject. Forgive me. Good luck. Special delivery.
Missile hit.
I really hope the Nosferatu gets IEWS
The last escort.
instead of ECM pods.
Let's split up the 2 leaders.
IEWS is just so broken.
Mr. X is eating through the Osean forces.
No. Who are these guys? Locked on.
You sure about that?
They have a lock on me.
IEWS improves your missiles homing capabilities
Dodged it.
and
Time for a quick hit and run.
gives you a mild jamming effect.
Strider 4, Fox 2.
Okay, right now I'm just waiting for Fencer to get hit. Because once that happens, then the plot can progress. But until then, yeah, the reload actually is a little bit faster too with IEWS. No, IEWS does a lot.
That's the last we heard from them.
It's just mostly passive, so you might not notice it. But no, IEWS is basically
3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Snake Pit. It gives you Snake Pit.
Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry. He's gonna make it. On top. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X. What?
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Alright, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Target is hit.
Nice. Fine. Give him one more. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
It's there, I just haven't the volume for it lowered. For YouTube reasons.
Missile hit.
So far, Project Ace has been pretty good about not blocking shit, but ever since Arkham Origins, I'm just not taking chances. So that's why the music's lower than normal.
You're quite the entertainer.
But it's there.
Show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot. Wiseman, missile closing! I'll keep him on me.
Bye, Wiseman. Why didn't you take Count instead? You asshole!
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded. Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. Duty is yours.
Should have killed Count instead.
Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
We'll go count. These guys are way out of my league. I can't even get in close to them.
I hate you. Mainly because I can't kill you.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
I can't. I don't have the V2.
Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
Oh, there we go.
My radar suddenly turned off. What is going on? My data won't update.
My HUD's
Damn it.
crashing out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. Watch out.
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
Star Crater 21.exe stopped working. Oh no! Star Crater stopped working because you lost connection to the satellite communications network.
We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under Ocean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Cal,
The Morgan is such a beautiful aircraft.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
Alright, last hope.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian
Why does
territory.
Count aircraft as an F-50C fly like he's drunk? Probably because he is. Or stoned. There's always got to be at least one Ocean stoner.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in.
No, Salty. IEWS does not equal Enchanter. It's more akin to the ESM from Ace Combat 6. Like Snake Pit. It enhances homing, reload, and it does give you mild jamming. But it does not increase your damage. That is Enchanter.
Move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusian...
But yeah, IEWS will also counter enemy enchanters as well, kind of nullifying it. So basically it functions exactly like Ace Combat 6's level 1 ESM. So IEWS is just like having Snake Pit follow you. No, because Ameria still has our Lord and Savior RCL. Much longer range weaponry. No, if Osea ever decided to come to the Onion continent, they would get steamrolled. They only have 2 enchanters. Whereas Ameria has multiple AWACS that will fly in Daredevil style to support their air force. Also, the Amerians actually work together. The Osean forces, they don't communicate well enough to be an effective large-scale fighting force, as we've seen like Ameria does. Let's see here, what do I want? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, back to the Raven. Because UAV OP.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
But in reality, I'm not I don't see Osean and Ameria ever going to war. Their philosophies are just too similar.
The unidentified Osean craft.
In the fact that they're both democracies,
Are you really friendlies? Over.
This
is Longcaster. Airborne warning.
egalitarian.
The Osean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl.
It'd be like if the United States and Great Britain going to war. It's not likely.
Lancaster, are all of these really
Because the countries are just too similar in their outlook and culture.
There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe.
Well, yeah.
Process will be faster if you get a
Of
close-up
course,
look.
America has gone to war with Britain and Canada before, but we were still young.
Always identify your target before you fire.
But in modern times, I don't see it happening. There's no reason to.
It's been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Locked on bandit.
Entering the
That wasn't always the case, Salty.
Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
In World War I, Germany was an empire. Like a literal empire. The Kaiser was the emperor.
Have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
An old aristocracy. They were
Along the route.
politically as different from the United States as you could possibly get. And in World War II, they were, well, fascist.
The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path. The more the merrier.
And during the Balkan War, I'm pretty sure
ID is Osean forces.
I don't know if Belka was a democracy at that point or not. They're definitely still relatively aristocratic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kaiser actually is in reference to Caesar,
We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
which has the same connotation. But it's the same way with Russia. Tsar is essentially a Russian form of Caesar. And since Caesar is the most famous emperor of all time, it makes sense that his name would become synonymous with emperor. World War I Germany is basically America, but different. No. America was a republic. We've always been a republic. World War I Germany was an aristocratic empire.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile.
There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us
If you want to make the case that
find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
America back then was aristocratic, go ahead. But we were not an empire. We were a republic.
Missile.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Belk is basically OC, but different. As of, or after the Balkan War, yeah. I don't know what kind of government they had during the Balkan War, though, so I'm not comfortable saying that for that war. But afterwards, yes.
Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, General's route has changed.
After the Balkan War, there's more that actually makes Belka similar to Osea than different.
Here comes the traitor, Lamar. This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they? Lamar's in that vehicle! Set up in all the right places. What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times. We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us. There's a vehicle
True,
blocking the road.
he never was an emperor, but... Or he never declared himself emperor, but that's kind of what he became.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
And Julius Caesar never was an emperor, but Augustus Caesar definitely was.
You need to know what wants.
Stall warning.
Antarctica and Antarctica are no way similar whatsoever. Yeah, exactly, Nicola.
Turn right. No, wait, that goes in
A de facto emperor, but first consul in name. Because consul sounds better to a former republic than emperor does. That's why a lot of these dictatorships call themselves like the Democratic People's Republic of whatever. Yeah, sure.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through.
They just call themselves because it sounds better than the
Carl, do you have some means
ex-dictatorship of blank.
the situation inside Erusia? I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was overruled
Yeah.
by some young Erusian officers.
Augustus was the first
They were referred to as combatants.
Roman emperor in name, but the first in practice, I think, was Julius.
They actually went to war. The performance of
Why does motion blur exist?
and they were incredibly clean.
Salty? Go ahead. Order from my Kansas City Domino's because I am off today.
The Belkin technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. Those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park.
Change the missile alert sound to pizza.
On this man-made island.
Yeah.
We'll hitch the car and take helicopters
How
there.
big would that tip be going from Kansas City to Scotland?
Leading our country even further into ruin.
Enemy's got a lock.
There are rumors of a military
I don't think I'd be able to get it on a single tank of gas, that's for sure.
unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Gotta pass it.
Imagine driving all the way up to Minnesota just to give you a pizza. Hey, if you tip me well enough, I'll consider doing it.
Aircraft was scratched.
6-3, Tango 4, 1-9er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
We're to Italy. Yeah, but I'd assume that Italians ordering American pizza would be like Mexicans ordering Taco Bell.
Radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio?
It'd be like a pale imitation of the real thing.
Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped. It's nice and secure.
UAVs are acting strange. Their autonomous mode must be bugged. It's not the drones they're moving. This is all Charlie Foxtrot.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This is good. An armored vehicle's behind us. The vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
Italians ordering spaghetti at
Fire!
McDonald's.
Take care of them!
I think that would get your Italian card revoked. Like, you ordered spaghetti at McDonald's. You are no longer an Italian citizen.
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
If they don't respond, shoot them down.
Beans at McDonald's? I don't know. Don't be blasphemous, Salty.
We're taking fire from vehicles blocking our path!
Why do I always gotta bail you out? Those are friendlies!
Landfill number 4, you're firing on our VIP. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have survived a few more shots like that.
My plane is icing up.
Smooth brain doses.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Even in a time of war, it was a mistake to create something like a fuel cell.
The general's vehicle is under attack. Our VIP is taking fire.
We're taking fire. We can't hold off.
Damn it!
Strider 1 crashed.
No, my question, Starscream, is I didn't even know that McDonald's had beans.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling. Punch 2.
Unidentified aircraft to the drones. I have a visual on 3 strike.
Wonderful. So be it.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Open fire on that vehicle.
Come on.
The VIP is taking fire. This vehicle stopped.
Locked on bandit.
Taking fire from a friendly drone.
Yeah.
Bandit in my sight.
I guess it's a California thing.
Before we get shot. It's not like this is a tank or anything.
Because in KC,
New rendezvous point.
McDonald's don't have beans.
6-3, Tango
Aside from
4,
coffee beans.
1-9er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Airdrop him a tank.
Nowhere to see.
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military. Landfill number 7. This is
It's all gone to hell. Radio chatters about the Civil War. Commander. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
Screw those tank that requires 2 missiles to destroy. I know, right? A6 only required 1.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge.
Same with 0.
Nowhere to hide. An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out.
Trigger.
Oh, shut up, Carl.
Clear the way for him.
Prepare to fire on a moment's notice. We're taking fire. Take care of them.
Yeah, I guess that's right. In AC4, it was a 1-shot, 1-kill. That's another thing. Five was the one that brought out, like, the 3-hit fighters and the 2-hit tanks. Boo! Because in 0, I remember the MiG-31 still only took 2 missiles to destroy.
Almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Erusian forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies.
Even Yellow only took 2 hits. Yeah. If once you could hit them, Yellow Squadron only took 2 hits, just like every other aircraft.
Not bad at all, Trigger.
Get them before they get us.
Or maybe Ace 5 was just, you know, their gameplay wasn't programmed as good. They nerfed the missile damage and didn't give you the ability to reload. Which they fixed in 0. Also, the Wingman AI system was much more refined in 0. They learned from the mistakes,
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
aka progress. Which is good.
Behind the enemy.
But no, I will give 5 credit for an amazing story, fantastic characters, and a breathtaking soundtrack. But I think the gameplay is not as good as some of the other games. They took some steps back from Ace 4, and while they definitely innovated with Wingman, it was very much not very refined. But, you know, that can be forgiven because they did learn. And you have to start somewhere.
Even in a time of war, it was a mistake to create something like the penal unit.
So?
I actually like Ace 6's flight model better. I don't know, maybe it's because I actually feel like gravity has an effect. Ace 4's just kind of feels weird to me.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Zeros is basically 5s, but slightly refined.
Eliminated.
This one's all mine.
In gun range.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Zero is basically 5 with better gameplay.
Attacking the radicals. Maybe we should join up with them. It means getting rid of those assholes faster.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
How'd you last long, Caster? You should reach that we're here to help.
Damn it!
Reach the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point.
Strutter 1 has crashed.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. This is one of ours.
How'd you last long, Caster?
Missile.
We've been briefed and we're here to help.
Missile.
It's Erusian military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Destroy aircraft with tally marks on the tail. They're penal unit numbers.
Not very helpful if you have no idea how the missile tracking works. 5's gameplay is not very forgiving to those that don't understand it. That's the problem.
This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up
And
ahead.
while I
Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
like the story well enough to keep going, I can totally understand why people can be turned off by 5's gameplay. Motherfucker!
Slightly late. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Trigger's down.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should...
I just hail hydrated, Floofy, but thank you for that.
The General's a
Ah,
real
son of a
celebrity.
bitch.
Everyone wants to meet him. Strider 1 is down.
Okay, so I'm gonna refill my water while I take the ad break that Nugget has redeemed. Everybody, you can do the same, or, you know, tell me what ad you get if you get anything. But I will see you in a bit. In 30 seconds. Okay, so an Alienware ad, a Twitch ad, Pizza Hut ad, Galaxy Note. Alright. At least no one got a political ad. That's good. If you guys get a political ad, I am sorry. I don't control what ads you get. But I hate political ads so much.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi.
No, that's pretty good irony. That's hilarious.
Missile inbound. Taking.
The General's a real celebrity.
You-
Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Floofy got a Sword and Shield trailer? Nice.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
You're almost blind in there. Stay sharp.
Amazon's The Purge.
I couldn't have asked for a better time. Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals. Maybe we should join up with them. It means getting rid of those assholes faster.
Missile. Missile.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
Our squadron serves General Lamarck, and we're acting based on our patriotic...
Is your screen still black, Starscream? Because the stream has resumed.
This should be the new rendezvous.
Hey, Gio.
The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
countries annexed by Asia have taken multiple groups and declared
Guys.
independence.
Oh, okay. It's like, let me know. God damn it!
Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Strider 1 is down.
Oh, this is so annoying. There's so much fire because no one knows who the hell is the bad guy and who isn't. So everyone's just shooting everywhere.
Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the general's day.
ID is Erusian military.
The general's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
This is the most difficult mission.
Done? I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Missile.
Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals. Maybe we should join up with them. If it means getting rid of those assholes faster.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
Missile.
How's your last long caster? Great, man, we're here to help.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through.
Perusian AAA snipers. Pretty much.
Almost at the rendezvous. The rear to the others.
Understood. The radicals truly believe boosted drone productions will make up for our losses.
They shouldn't take responsibility for the general's.
I somehow was able to get through Stonehenge
That is why
without having to restart, I believe.
to regain control. If all goes well,
It was really damn close. I'm not doing the Alicorn this run. This is a metal run. And you don't need to
we turn to in this darkest
do the DLC for the no damage run
show us the way.
for the metal. So I'm not even going to try. Normally what I use for the Alicorn is the Rafale.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place.
Charge Assault was so difficult, Salty.
I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG.
I mean,
It should finally bring about a
people don't realize this, but Charge Assault is the most difficult mission in the entire game. Especially on a no damage run.
Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
I mean, IGN barely got past it. That's how difficult it is.
We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in
And if IGN has trouble with something, you know it's hard. Plants tongue firmly in
Try to
cheek.
get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
Oh, the Rafale is good in pretty much every mission. I love the Rafale.
girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
You went through Charge Assault on Ace without any damage. That takes some skill, Stark Raider. Immense skill. Alright, Salty.
We are not here to fight.
Take care, and thanks for watching.
Tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't
Stark Raider, that's called sarcasm. We're making fun of IGN. It's satire. It's totally satire. We're making fun of IGN and how pathetic they are because they couldn't finish the game on baby controls
In the girl's plane.
What about Tuft?
Ballcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
because they didn't know what to do.
Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP. ID complete. They're Erusian fighters.
They didn't listen to the briefing.
Stay sharp. Right, I'm shooting it down. Any complaints?
You know, they made it through the game, but they counted it down because it was hard for them to figure out what to do, despite the fact that if they didn't skip the briefing, they would have known exactly what to do. Exactly. IGN, or smooth-brained IGN reviewers.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
Noobs.
No good. Shit. Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Splash.
They're in my way.
Misfire, evading.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be
That's
kidding
true,
me. Liaison
but
escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
I think they were playing on
Just helping that.
either easy or normal
Russian
difficulty.
aircraft. This is AWACS Lancaster.
But what was hard for them was they were using novice controls. So they essentially put anchors on their planes. The point of novice controls is to get you familiar with how the plane works.
You have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
But as Kono said, novice controls are designed to be training wheels that you will eventually take off.
Welcome. Understood.
The game is designed with expert controls in mind.
Can't abort the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely.
So if you play the entire game with novice controls, it's that much harder. What makes it even more difficult is if you don't pay attention to the briefings or the radio dialogue, because that's how you figure out what you need to do.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, if you know how to move in 3 dimensions, then a flight game is a lot easier. But if you're used to moving in 2 dimensions, it's a lot harder.
Target acquired.
It's possible to beat the game with novice controls. Both Sly and I have done streams with that. Although we called it IGN controls because, you know, it's funny to make fun of IGN. But,
5 bandits remaining.
now, to be fair, the first time I did A7's tunnel run, I died at least 30 times. 20 of those were in the elevator itself. I can do it now in 1 life and with no damage. But the first time you do any tunnel run, you're gonna die.
Bandits to go. In gun range.
So I don't give anyone shit for dying on their first tunnel run. Especially if A7 is their first game in the series.
2 bandits left.
Yeah,
Show 'em what you got.
tunnel runs suck.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
I'm on my target's tail.
1 bandit to go.
I don't think I've ever played that one, Nugget.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see.
Finally done with this mission! Fuck it!
missiles have been eliminated.
Yeah, that
Nice. General's
Assault Horizon did a good job with that, with the playable tutorial.
All aircraft, RTB, mission
It's a
complete.
little annoying every subsequent time, but that would probably be how IGN would need it.
The OC aircraft is here. The approaching
A6 had tutorials, but they were optional.
Elaborate. They stole our seal order. Should be a piece of cake.
I think 5 did too.
Are you set by the general?
7, I think, is one of the first mainline console games that didn't have a tutorial of some form. But that was probably because they figured, well, this is only really going to be picked up by Ace Combat people.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
And the controls are similar enough to previous games that we don't really need to do that much for a tutorial. The first couple missions are basically there just so you can get used to the new mechanics. Yeah, I know 5 had tutorials. They were separate. Alright. Fuck that mission.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there. So
Homeward. Okay. Do you want me to keep using the Raven, or do you want me to use something else? Oh yeah, I love the SSTO bridge.
Which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point,
In fact,
we just don't know what our strategy is.
In my Fires of Unification story, I have the Amerians and Estevakians jointly build one of those things at San Loma. Hail Hydrate. Hey Ace the Mace. Actually, Vinny, that's what I was thinking of. If I wasn't going to use the Raven, I was going to use the Super Flanker. With LAAMs. We're going to take off the fire extinguisher because we don't need it. And instead, the jammer. Skins. I really like this one, but this one's also kind of cool. So, Erusia or Special? Which one do you guys think? Yes. Not as helpful as you might think. 2 or 3? A Special, okay. And we are going to leave the emblem because the flanker looks so much better with the USAF roundel. Both Special at the same time. I know, I wish the Scarface one skin was here.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Now there's a reason why I have the LAAM instead of the 6AAM. And that's because I can engage the bombers from long range as well as the SSTOs. Yeah, one of the first things I did with the New America stuff was I loaded up Charge Assault, picked the Su-37 Terminator, and slapped this roundel on it saying, "It's mine!" Ross Crease goes full Burka on Russian aircraft. Exactly.
We don't have the firepower to assist you. Your You're on your own. Please, we need help.
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship.
But Nugget, it wasn't just Russian aircraft I did it with. I did it to the Tiffy and the Rafale too.
Air combat.
I claimed those for America.
Lancaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Which is why when I did Team America 2, I had to make sure that it was actual American aircraft.
Update us on time.
No! Because fuck the Berkut.
Scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
It gets the low vis.
Our air support is here.
Welcome to Hell on Earth. Yep. I call this War Crimes Island.
If our allies are cut off, they need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can.
No.
Let's help retreating.
How about
forces.
no?
Hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
I'm probably going to use the Raptor or the Raven.
Shooting at him.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The illusions are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
But most likely the Raptor.
Now we know what's going on, but shit.
Because I don't think I've used the Raptor yet. Oh, I am not good enough with the EML to take on Mihai. I'm getting better, but I'm still not very confident with it.
Targets.
Not without rapid fire.
They're all lined up. No, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here. I really don't want to think about it.
Strider 1.
Ruthless bastards. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
Calling friendly birds. Take out the hostiles in our area. Get us out of this hellhole.
Target destroyed.
We need help while we're still up and running. Stay cool. Reform the ring. Keep flying.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver.
Right now.
Supply ship at the munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
Stupid two-shot tanks.
Missile launched.
The men say they want to at least
I don't know what happened in his dialogue. To be honest, it's kind of hard to pay attention if it's not Lancaster or one of the squadron members.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
Missile. Missile.
Pursuit team. We just need to find some time. Open the bay until operation feeding time.
Confirmed destroyed.
They did it! We're moving out! Leave the cat behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Move them away from the mass driver.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know you could do that.
Fire from multiple enemy tanks!
One bandits flashed.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send in the tanks!
Allied retreat looks good.
Missile. Missile.
I count 12 dead bodies. They seem to be upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families.
Okay.
They were involved with Belka. Gather all the wounded together.
Let's get some distance.
Strider 1. Missile launched.
Thanks, but will we make it in time?
A landing ship is waiting for you.
Right, we leave the wounded. This'll guarantee us the once we take it to hell.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Pretty sure we're there already.
I found it.
ID complete. It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Confirmed. The info is from Allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. Where are we supposed to lead? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
I never noticed it either, Nicola. That's awesome. Thanks for pointing that out for us, Star Crater.
We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
I love how even a year or so after the game's release, we're still finding new things. I love the attention to detail that Project Aces always puts into their games.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
We don't need to defeat them. Just delay their advance. Got it?
Confirm destroyed. Target acquired. Wait, multiple bogeys from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogeys. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
I never actually saw it.
Fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire, even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase off the bogeys. There's no way they're ours. Almost there. Commence operation no return.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogeys. Identify them.
Like an eagle.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Damn it!
Let's help retreating Osean forces.
Ah, fuck.
Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. Looking for the part of the fight. Death are all lined up. If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Yeah, it's the fighters that I'm gonna need to worry about.
Get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly. No, we're not combatants.
I need to hold my flares.
What happened here? Really don't want to think about it. Bring the Erusians faster. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence. Can you hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks.
Missile away.
The Tu-160 exists because it is a supersonic bomber. It's basically functions the same way that the B-1B does. Oh, Tu-95? That was a 50s era bomber. Or 50s to 60s. It's meant to be kind of like the B-52.
Allied retreat looks
Big,
good.
not necessarily fast, but can carry a shit ton.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to find
Why does America still use the B-52? It's their heaviest carrying bomber. It still works. And
A landing ship is waiting for you.
It's meant to be used once air superiority has already been achieved. And it is iconic. But I'd argue that the F-14 was still iconic, and yet the Navy was like, nah, we don't need it.
Understood. It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal. You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
F-14X. Yep, leave it to the politicians to fuck the military up.
Target was not struck.
Our tank commander's down! Taking fire! We're pinned down!
That's the major difference between politicians and actual officers.
We're not leaving anyone behind.
People in the military know war for what it is. It is hell and should be used as a last resort. And if you're gonna go to war, you kind of have to not hold back, because your enemy certainly won't. Politicians, however, see war as a political tool, as a game that they can use to further their own agendas. Which, yeah, that's kind of how war happens. But they don't, politicians don't see the after effects of war.
Echo 13, all hostiles are down.
Yeah, and they definitely don't see the hell of it, unless it's for their political advantage.
Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Politicians, basically what I'm saying are politicians are the root of all evil.
Multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if
The
they're
worst thing that that you could hear anybody say is, "Trust me, I'm a politician." Destroy the politicians.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
There's no way there are! Almost there! Commence Operation No Return! These are unguided. Stay on course. Let's just get this done with.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all. Control, flight leader. All systems ready. We have a go for launch. This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch control. Roger that.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Not a Scratch, where I'm frustrating myself trying to get this no damage thing.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Yeah, I know. Hold your horses.
Behind the enemy.
Watch
Oh,
out,
I
the
can
enemy has
believe it,
one.
Nugget.
Scratch
Because American politicians are doing the same thing. And just so you know, I honestly can't see any difference between the two major American parties anymore. Because they both want the same thing. Power. They just have slightly different ideas on how to obtain it. But then again, I'm a jaded cynic, so what the hell do I know?
Rebels are here. Let the first one go by and detonate on the second.
Tomcat is a sexy aircraft.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The Y ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible. If that had been our fire, we might have made it.
Salute for the Tomcat.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
Can't we flank the enemy and strike them from behind?
Vehicle confirmed destroyed. Fox 3. Missile evaded.
Look, our air support has taken out most of the Erusian forces.
UAV confirmed destroyed. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Hey, you. Dumbass with a scratches on his tail. You hear me?
Avro waifu.
There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me. Call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally.
You're not wrong, Nugget.
Voice anywhere.
Of course. Sender's still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while.
Keep the people fat, dumb, and happy enough not to repel, and they can pretty much do what they want.
I have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help us.
You are not wrong.
Count me in.
That's right.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
But
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
the question is how long is that sustainable before something in it, before a crisis happens?
The enemy's doorstep, not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are
The
you doing, dumbass?
one silver lining in the whole pandemic thing is it has made the populace not happy, which means that the powers that be actually have to do something.
All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss.
For the first time in the United States history, I actually expect a very high voter turnout because people are pissed.
Good job. The enemy tanks are toast.
I don't know how the election's gonna go, though. But I do expect high... Don't vote any... I would encourage any American who can vote to vote. If you don't want to vote Democrat or Republican, vote a third party. Or write in your vote. But vote for something. Make your voice heard. Because then you've earned your right to complain.
Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Yeah, I mean, politicians aren't really doing that great a job about the current beer bug crisis, but, you know, they'll probably pay for it come election time.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
Can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted
But
to
from
trust
all
him. Up to you to trust him or not.
projections,
Good luck.
humanity as a species will survive this. That I am certain of. Whether or not the politicians that are in power right now will stay in power, that I highly doubt. Raz Crisp. No. One, I'm not old enough to run for office. You have to be 35 at the youngest, and I'm 31. Two, I don't want to run for office.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice.
Four more
to
years.
supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal bird's air defense network.
Oh,
You gotta hurry or you're not gonna make
you
it.
guys are already getting your
3 minutes.
Raz Crisp 30 or 2024
All aircraft remain on high alert. We got bandits in
campaign
radar.
posters ready, aren't you?
Have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying
Great.
the supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
Let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
I know you're teasing.
They're faster than I expected. The supply ship's in the clouds. We can't find it.
Son of a bitch!
Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down.
I'm usually pretty good at playing tag, but these guys have a head start.
We've recalculated the remaining time. 2 minutes to the enemy's air defense.
Boom!
We're still in this.
Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. This thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves
Yeah, Italy got hit hard
taking the refugees.
um,
Any deserters from the Russian military.
early on.
Who's the girl that ran into the
Um,
smoke canister?
And to be honest, if I were
Down there may have been a tad
in
too
power in the United States at that time, as soon as reports about how bad Italy was getting hit, I would have grounded all American air traffic for
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see
a
those
month.
types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented
because
it from
that's
going
the
on forever.
best and easiest way to stop
We have no choice but
or
return
to
our
quarantine
original base.
essentially.
Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Ground air traffic. But they didn't. For some reason. I don't know why. But it seemed like early on, countries figured out what the most common sense methods and protocols for stopping the spread of this thing and decided, let's not do it.
Good. Take a seat.
So
Everyone's here. All right. Good work in
It,
saving the supply ships.
spread too fast, so we couldn't contain it. That was the problem. Now we have to. Now it's out. We have to deal with it. But you know, live and learn. Silver lining. As deadly as this is, it will not exterminate the human race. The world economy will take a major hit, but in all likelihood, it will survive. It will just take a while to recover. I don't see this as civilization ending. I don't see this as being as bad as the pandemic from 1918 and 1920. So That's good. The bad thing is that the next couple of years are not going to be easy. Yeah, it... Command backspace. But now, we're in for a rough couple of years, but we'll get through this. And as long as you take common sense precautions,
it's time for the briefing.
You'll be fine.
Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission.
I'd be more worried about the
Anyway, it looks like the
economic and societal impact of the pandemic than the actual pandemic itself. Because
capital city of Farbanti, Erusian forces have separated
this is going to be
smaller
changing things permanently, both in the way we do business and the way we do culture things. Like movie theaters, I could see just closing down for good in the next couple of years, just because people don't want to go to the movies when there's streaming available. And the movie industry was already having problems. So oh yeah. Yeah, no. The media is definitely distorting, or not distorting the truth, but they are leaving out certain aspects of it. Largely because fear, sex, and violence sells. And especially in the United States, news is a business. So in order to get that sweet, sweet advertiser money, they have to report on what will keep people's attention. And the easiest way to do that is either sex scandal, fear, or war. That's why you always hear about political sex scandals, because they're interesting. That's why you hear about violent crimes all the time, because they get those clicks, those views. Yeah. I'm at the thing about the United States is, despite what a lot of people will think, the 3Fs, fucking fear and fighting. The federal government actually does not have as much authority as people think over internal matters. That's by design. The Constitution lets the states govern themselves, essentially. So when it came to how to handle the crisis, quarantine measures were largely left up to the states. Whether or not that was a good thing or not, I can't say. That's above my pay grade. But
I was just double checking mission orders, Hushin.
Each individual state has been exercising their authority. More left-leaning cities and states have gone the ways of more lockdown, shutting down the economy sort of thing. Because they thought that would be the best way to slow the spread. More redder states like Texas, Florida, and much of the central states, they were a lot more open about it. Less mandatory stuff. Kansas, which has been kind of... Kansas used to be a deep red state. It's more violent now. What we've been doing is kind of a compromise. We are letting businesses reopen, but there are mandatory public mask orders. And that seems to be the best way to go about it. We are having slight uptick in cases, but all the states are kind of having an upturn. Because it's the second wave, folks. We knew this was going to happen. But the Kansas economy is slowly starting to stabilize as well. It's not, I mean, it's not as booming as, say, like Texas, maybe. But we're also not experiencing the same level of increased number of cases. It's the best out of two bad options. So, and I'm kind of rambling. But either way, as long as we can hold out for another couple of years, we'll be able to get past this. Whether or not we'll actually learn anything from it, that's another story. But we will get past this. What's wrong, Vivi? Here, Vinny.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
None of our units are able to communicate over the cloud.
You're ejecting.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Damage report.
If you notice, I'm purposely leaving the white or the non-TGTs because I don't want the refugees to be completely defenseless.
Enemy on your back.
By the way, these aren't Erusians, these are Volsagians and Shilajans.
Let them have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on.
And in fact, I think that the that Shilaji and Volsage are draw inspiration from the real life
I'll tell my son about.
territories of the Alsace-Lorraine.
Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron?
Currently, they're French territories, but ethnically, they're kind of a mix between French and German, I believe. And the two countries have always been fighting for the territories.
Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood.
Now, the European viewers probably know more about the Alsace-Lorraine than I do, but
OC and long-range strategic strike group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you talking so tough after losing one of the leaders at Fort. You bastard. You defile this country. As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit. I'm out. Ejecting.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That would be some idiot. Mainly under those conditions.
The
I can see his parachute.
it was more the
3 to go.
the alliance.
Together.
Um, if you guys can hear me in the chat, let me know, cause okay, it was just my browser. It's just my browser. Okay. Okay, my browser crashed. I was like, what? No! No! Alright. I just have I had a flashback to the early days. It's like, no! Spectrum! Nah! France got involved because they hated the Prussians for taking the Alsace-Lorraine from them in the previous war. But what built the powder keg was essentially the network of alliances between France, Russia, and Britain, and the versus Germany, aka the Prussians, and the Austrians. It was the assassination of the Austrian Archduke Ferdinand by Serbia that started the whole thing off. Russia came to the aid of Serbia, which caused Germany to come to the aid of Austria, which caused France to come to the aid of Russia. And Britain said, look, we're going to stay out of it unless you invade Belgium. As long as Belgian neutrality is maintained, we're going to stay the fuck out. Well, the Schlieffen Plan happened, and Britain got involved. Or was that... No, wait, that was World War II. Now, when France got involved, Britain got involved. Volslage and Shillage are also similar to Trentino and Otto Adige. World War I. They were Austrian, but Italy obtained them with their victory. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
That's funny. It seems like one of the pilots is also fighting along.
He's not alone. Look around you.
I know more about the Alsace-Lorraine, but yeah, that sounds exactly like. Oh, I'm a military history buff, Nugget. I read World War II history books for fun. I knew about it more about it than my high school teachers did. But then again, pretty much the only thing that Americans are taught about World War I is Lusitania, trench warfare, and we came in and saved the day, which we really didn't, but what we did was basically, well, America's impact in World War I basically was a morale booster to the Allies. Oh, I love the story of Taffy 3. Taffy 3 story is awesome. This Samuel B. Roberts, the destroyer escort that fought like a battleship, the USS Johnston, the American destroyer that fought so hard that Japanese sailors manned the rails as she was sinking, which is basically the naval equivalent of a salute. But no, that little task force drove off the Japanese center force. Little destroyers, destroyer escorts, and escort carriers with their fighters armed with depth charges and other patrol armaments drove off a fleet consisting of multiple battleships, heavy cruisers, and the single largest warship ever put to sea. I love the story of that battle. It also made a fool of Halsey. If it wasn't for the fact that he was so popular, I think Nimitz would have fired him. Because, yeah, Halsey was able to sink the rest of the carriers that the Japanese had. The problem was the Japanese had no real pilots left at that point. So the carriers were more or less a non-factor. Lies.
Strider 1 scored another hit.
Boom! Die!
The unidentified aircraft is going down.
You got him.
2 more missions.
Can you hear me, pilot with the 3 strikes? This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure
2 more missions. Lighthouse.
Up to the drone production.
Exactly, Phoenix. Mihai didn't fell anyone.
To trigger? What does it mean?
Except for Wiseman and Brownie and Champ. Those are the only 3 confirmed kills that he has.
Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
If he fought Mobius 1 or any other protagonist, it would have been the same. Ending in his death. But I don't know if I've asked this in your stream yet or not. Or in my streams yet or not.
The resupply went
Which
well.
protagonist
Should be
ace
okay on
are your
fuel
guys'
reserves
favorites?
For a little while at least.
And you can try and guess what mine is. So Star Crater likes Trigger the best. Okay.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier we received a
Yeah,
via the partially restored
the Raven is Zoe, and they are sentient AIs. I would call Hugin and Moonin
Erusian radicals have gathered around the
life
as
forms.
it's a source of energy. Give the war mongrels
White
powerful
Phoenix likes
and you give them the luxury
Phoenix
to keep
best.
on
Okay. Star Crater, Pixie is not a protagonist. Pixie is a wingman.
and will take down the final
Um,
bird in a saturated
Aces is Cypher.
air.
Okay.
Once that's achieved,
Geos
they'll
is
take the
Nemo.
space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake.
Okay, Star Crater's Cypher. Good.
Take a look at what's written at the end.
Starscream's is Blaze. Can you guys guess what my favorite protagonist is? It might actually surprise you. What is Razgriz's favorite protagonist? Nuggets is Blaze. Okay. Nicholas is Griffiths. Okay, so Starscream thinks mine is Talisman. And Star Crater thinks mine is Blaze. And Nugget thinks mine is Trigger. You're all wrong. It's not Blaze. It's not Talisman. I am a Six fanboy, but it's not Talisman. There's another protagonist I think is a lot more intriguing. Not Bishop. No. Oh, hell no, it's not Bishop. Nope, Talisman has already been guessed, and it's not it. He's in my favorite... Talisman isn't my favorite game, but he's not my favorite protagonist. Just because he's a little kind of boring. Not in Terrace. He's already been said, but as somebody else's favorite fighter or protagonist. Not Mobius 1. Officially. And it's not Phoenix. Although you're kind of close, Nugget. Cypher. Cypher's my favorite. Just because of the mystique around him. I love the livery of his F-15. The fact that he flies an F-15 and not your typical F-22. Yeah. I also firmly have the headcanon, even though I know it's false, that Cypher is Mobius 1. That's not true at all. But I love that fan theory, so I've adopted it as my own personal headcanon. And if Sly's in the chat, I said it was my personal headcanon, so deal with it.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Star Crater, we do have one. His name is Phoenix. He canonically flies an Su-33. Or not a 33, but an Su-35. Oh, he uses a Terminator. Okay.
We need help. Don't let him damage more.
I know he uses a flanker of some form.
Thanks. I owe you. No sweat.
Okay, my browser crashed again.
Get into formation. We have the numbers.
So I'm going to pause until I can reload it. Because I hate my browser. Hate my laptop. Okay. There we go.
Looks like our luck has turned.
And of course you would redeem a Hail Hydrate while my browser dies.
Secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
The Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got. We don't have
I can see how you'd think that, Ace.
That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well.
Well, I don't like the flanker without the canards. This looks weird to me.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison. Roger.
Right, dude, we're speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
Ah, damn you. Fuck you, Barracoot.
This is Sol-2. The public of Bosnich are also moving to rendezvous. There's only one squadron, though.
It's Mr. X's crew.
Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry, I know. We need every bird we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman.
The main Ocean forces to the south.
Some of their squadrons are in weird formations.
They have manned aircraft moving UAVs in slave mode.
All this
Here's the thing, I normally don't like canards on aircraft. The only two of the aircraft that I do like them on are the Rafale and the and the flanker. The Wyvern, they look cool too, but I don't know, it's just a weird thing.
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why, no, we are. First,
Yeah, that happened with Legacy.
power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos.
When I play Legacy, I always use the Su-37 because there is no Su-35 in Legacy.
Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned.
Fucking guns.
You will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft
I
in
don't like the
coalition,
Viggen.
So they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
I'm not that big on Delta aircraft.
Erusian government
Or Delta
aircraft,
darts.
including drones, will show up as hostiles.
It's one of the reasons why I don't like the Mirage.
Time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore.
And I
Guess nobody
don't
told
know why
That's quite true, Captain.
I
It's
like
not just two.
the Rafale,
Squad
even though
leader.
it's a
Everyone's
Delta.
still is an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
I think just because it's kind of small.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal bird in unison. Roger.
Roger, dude, speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
This is Gold Squadron and Rival Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
It's Mr. X's crew.
Cap, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry.
Come on.
We need every bird we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman. Some of their squadrons are in weird formations. They have manned aircraft moving UAVs and slave always just to keep a war going.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Sluggish when the leader went down. We thought as much.
Get back here!
How many more do we need to take out?
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
Yeah, I know it. Most Europeans only fly Deltas.
Speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why, no, who we are. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second,
Because Delta darts are an efficient design,
robotics cause.
I just don't like the look of them.
Gives rise to a state of anarchy.
I like having the tails,
Right now,
both the vertical and the horizontal.
G's have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident.
It's partially why I like the flanker a lot. It's got
Overhead.
a defined tail, and they're twin tails.
Miss, target's still active.
Are the friendly Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Brush up on current events later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked up signal in order to reach out to you.
Kaboom!
You bring ready on our side? That's the best news I've heard in a long time. Again, 3 strikes? Never again.
Against 3 strikes? Never again. I think a lot of people are like that. What? It's a protagonist ace? Yeah, I'm not flying against him ever again.
Once the war's over, too.
Why do you think the Erusians stayed out of North Point?
Something or someone is will guide us.
We're gonna take North Point! Sir, that's where Mobius 1 is. We're gonna stay out of North Point!
This broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions. If you can access the server, consider yourself lucky. You get to see a real live princess. Hey, Cosette, say hello to everyone. Yes.
Cassette, say hello. Yes.
Yes. Let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, Tabloid.
All right, understood.
Landed on a friendly's tail.
Nope. Not at all.
Unmanned aircraft flying in the same skies is the best way to wage war.
Missile, break hard.
Target that stray UAV. Take it down now.
Enemy on your 6.
Alright, I don't have to... I am above the point threshold, so I can run.
Our princess is looking at a mural. There's another one here too. It shows a whole bunch of space elevators.
I think I might actually do that.
Cosette,
Stay out of the majority of the fighting. So I don't have to worry about dodging missiles until the checkpoint.
Missiles launched from the Arsenal bird. They're Helios projectiles. All aircraft, stay clear of the blast area. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
Comcaster, do we have more incoming?
Unknown. Proceed with caution.
Wilco. We can't switch off the security system, but we've got this. If what he said is true, this will give us at least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette, what the hell's wrong with you? As you all saw, we have a problem. The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us
So yeah, I'm gonna be taking the cheesy way through this. We've beaten the point threshold. There's only 2 minutes before the checkpoint. I don't need to engage in any more dogfighting. I'm not going to. Because I don't want to risk getting 1 point of damage because of a lucky gunshot and have to restart the whole thing over. So let's go over Celepatura and look at that during the day.
I said we were going to take down the space elevator, but it's not like we can just go out there and chop it down. At the top of the windbreak, 6 location markers have been set in place. They monitor distortions in the space elevator. Those are the locations we need to target. If the sensors go bad, the elevator's observation system will think the elevator has fallen. Until its safety is...
Yeah, the double arrow.
stopped.
Oh, I get it. What a party.
I was going to do it myself. You dumbass.
I'm not sure why American aircraft tended to be that way. Soviet aircraft kind of follow the same thing.
5 seconds.
3,
2, impact now.
Avril trigger. Get in the fucking bed. Phoenix, what do you think they do on the Anderson during the night?
Helios arriving in 10 seconds.
Gotta make sure that Trigger's well energized and motivated for the fight.
2, inbound. Seconds remaining.
Why? Because I'm a hopeless romantic in life. So I have to live vicariously through fictional characters.
The monster bird is in our trap. We'll use a saturation attack. Wait for the signal. Inform the coalition units. We're nearing 0 hour. 10 seconds until the united attack on the Arsenal bird.
It may have been cheap, but we got through the... She's buffing the canopy.
Open fire!
Nicola, that happened before Tabloid, or before Avril talked to Tabloid, and she wasn't really interested in Tabloid. She was interested in finding out about Trigger.
Missiles did not reach their target.
Nugget, that's true. Both American and Soviet fighter doctrine do require more specialization. Europe can't afford specialized aircraft, so they go with the jack of all stats. That makes sense.
Hey, look at the Arsenal bird.
Lasers!
We can't train it! Evacuate! Flagship starting heavily damaged by laser weapons. We want to capture aircraft control without a single blast!
HQ, we have a problem. Damage to the the Allied fleet is extensive.
That was some pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the Arsenal bird.
I love this soundtrack.
Landed on a friendly's tail. Strider 1, break that lock.
I honestly think Daredevil is the second best used soundtrack in the entire franchise.
It's APS. All aircraft, break off from the Arsenal.
First is still Zero, but this is a close second. And yes, this is the A6 fanboy saying that Liberation of Grace Maria isn't used as good as Daredevil and Zero are.
You'll never get it on over those frills. Yes.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard. Seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone.
Order to the opposite
The radar room has CIC.
Nothing phases this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with a second saturation attack.
No, I love Liberation of Grace Maria, but
It won't be easy to take down the Arsenal bird with conventional weaponry.
Daredevil fits the gameplay so much. And that crescendo, the entire soundtrack holds its breath as the shield falls.
Strider 3, Fox 2. On my target's back. Time to punch through.
The only thing that's used better is Zero in the last mission of Zero, because it's basically a duel to the death between you and your former best friend. Italy bought the F-35.
It isn't lit up. That's it. That's a location marker. I'm having from there, right? Got it.
Which model? The A, B, or C model?
Get us all killed.
UAV eliminated. Strider 1, missile launched.
When's that shield gonna lose power?
So, the C. Short takeoff, vertical
Calm down.
landing.
I'll do something.
What are you gonna do?
Here.
Zed, smash it. Smash all 6 of the bastards. It'll lose power.
Okay. Oh, you had to reload. Okay, that's a pre-roll. That's technically not a mid-roll, that's a pre-roll. It still sucks, but that's not part of the mid-roll of that experiment. And there ain't nothing I can do about that. So, motherfucker!
Damn monster.
Lancaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come. That's something.
I don't know. Why getting an ad for pizza?
Lasers!
This is the turret. Striker marker. Son. We can't fight it. Evacuate. Flagship Starling heavily damaged by laser weapons. Order to capture the aircraft controlling the mountain. Take a blast. Twilight boat.
HQ, we have a problem. The damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That was some pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the Arsenal bird.
Well, putting on both the jammer and the stealth has made it where missiles aren't as big of an issue for me, but those guns, jeez.
Bandits on me!
Gun don't care about stealth or jamming.
All aircraft, break off from the Arsenal.
All gun care about is physics.
Without the AWACS, I would have been a goner.
Zed, that's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Head to the top of the windbreak. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on over the
Pixie deflects bullets. Well, yeah, but that's a super plane.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard. Seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone.
Order to the opposite
Got a radar room and
Broken,
CIC.
broken. Nothing phases this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
And besides, Pixie's a cheating bastard.
All aircraft, separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the Arsenalbird with conventional weaponry. All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
You're just thinking about it now? Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Cover any friendlies, it's hit.
Fox 2, Fox 2. What did that hit?
Locked on.
It's readying its APS.
I've taken some damage. One aircraft hit. No, two.
God, this music is great.
Light bulb shaped thing, but it isn't lit up. That's it. That's a location marker. Halfway there, right? Got it.
Is there something we can do?
Just gotta survive to the next checkpoint. I'm trying to whittle down the drone numbers. I won't be able to get all of them because the Arsenalbird will spawn more when the shields drop after the checkpoint, but if I can take out these, then going into the next checkpoint there won't be as many.
Smash it. Smash all 6 of the bastards. It'll lose power.
Damn shield, just go away. Be gone. Disappear.
On cuckoo
Who count?
Away with you.
Shield down and checkpoint.
The UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, there's out.
The drones are acting crazy. Are you seeing this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Main propeller 1 confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack.
Heh.
Got a hostile in my tail.
Idiot Gaming Network should have given this a 70 out of 10. I wouldn't give it that high, but it definitely deserved at least a 9. This game does have its problems, but its strengths far outweigh them.
Drone, you're facing me now. All aircraft, locate Strider 1's position.
$70 because 7. Fair enough.
Keep the UAVs company.
Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed.
Hello, Firestarter. Welcome to the no damage run. Huh. If I can at least get the AAMs dead, I can stay above and not have to worry about the laser weaponry. Because they're made by Satan himself, aka Grunder. Thanks for the bits, Firestarter.
If you die, you will
Dude, you're talking to an expert at killing a guy on. That had some missile spam. Bits, they're... You know what? I'm not really sure. I've never used them myself.
Both main propellers have been stalled.
You can do it. There's no way it isn't damaged.
Damn it! Fuck!
The drones are acting crazy. Are you seeing this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Do I need to... I can't do anything about the mistletoe, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, if I could lower the volume, but I can't.
Main propeller 1 confirmed stall. Good work, Trigger. Keep up the attack.
No, I'm actually trying to go for the AAM missile launchers. Thank you for the cheer, Star Crater. Oh god.
That thing is too huge. Don't let its sheer size.
That thing is too huge. That's exactly what Avril said about Trigger. Oh, that's fine. Don't feel like you guys need to do anything like that. Do it if you want to, but I don't want to feel like I'm pressuring you guys into financially supporting me or bailing me out. I just want to make sure that's your choice.
Keep the UAVs company.
Alright, all the AAMs are gone, I believe. So it should just be the pulse lasers and... Oh wait, no, there's one left. Fuck. Hit it. Damn it. Out of flares. Fuck. Alright, Ace. Thanks for joining. Take care.
Both main propellers have been stalled. Sub-propeller confirmed destroyed.
Hell hydrate. Alright. Great, let's get out of the clouds.
All aircraft, locate Strider 1's position.
Because it probably is. Erusia has lost the capability to fight, for one thing, after Ace Combat 7.
Trigger got a sub-propeller.
And
Hanging this trigger.
the coalition meant that they had to fight together.
The main propeller is moving again. Just how hard is that thing? He's down to destroying the Rectenna's base. Trigger, say what? To us.
Right, one of the pulse lasers is gone.
Yeah, but our guy's more than just an experienced pilot. Trigger, let's do this. Is he really that good of a pilot? I bet on it. Besides, if he thought it was impossible, he wouldn't have said anything.
Hopefully I got a checkpoint there.
Watch out! The tunnels are falling! Everyone calm down.
Okay, pulse laser's gone.
George! Tabloid! Get back here! I can't leave that girl to die. Fine, fine! Get her, but be quick about it!
Is everything okay? The drones are acting odd.
Alright, both hooks are gone. Now for the joints, which are harder.
Docking module destroyed. That's 2 of them.
Don't let yourself be distracted.
The laser's still there. Damn it.
Said, some people were crushed. But the kid Tabloid went after his safe. He ran that distance with a girl in his hands.
Good. What about Tabloid? Is he safe?
Damn it!
George and the girl were saved. They were saved.
What angle do I need to get those?
I'm in position.
Target acquired.
Don't let them anywhere near him. Understood?
Missed.
Target locked.
Head on, huh? Just like the laser. Alright, here we go.
You're almost out of special weaponry. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Got him!
There's a hit on the laser cannon. Trigger's hammering it.
Rec 10 is the only thing left.
Destroyed. The supply unit is ready to fall off.
Good job.
You should be able to see the rectangle where the supply unit was. Destroy that, and even the mighty Arsenal bird is sure to feel it.
Good luck.
Just got it coming from below.
Don't let us down, Strider 1. Clear a path for Strider 1.
Leave the big fish to Trigger. We'll take down the UAVs.
Gone!
Lieutenant base unit confirmed destroyed.
One mission left.
Forecaster. Oh my god.
There it goes, boys and girls.
Trigger, break off. Arsenal bird is losing altitude rapidly.
Arsenal bird is down.
Longcaster.
One mission.
Estimate the point of impact.
Yep, I'm going for the no damage medal.
All aircraft, avoid the target's path.
That's the last of the rooms. Even in death, that thing is intimidating.
Back to the sea you go. May you rest
These people here
in
were
fucking
alive
pieces.
moments ago. My friend
Yeah, I've been doing that, Bearcoot.
Can you see this?
Oh, I was paraphrasing what Shamrock said to the Agayan. He says, "Back to the sea you go, may you rest in quiet slumber." I'm not as poetic as Shamrock. I said, "Back to the sea you go, may you rest in fucking pieces."
Wait there, Princess. We'll get you down.
Oh, and then Slice says, "What?"
Don't worry about me. Please just take care of the refugees. I'll parachute down. What?
Alright, let's make sure we get... Oh, carrier. Fuck it. I don't care. Ace C6 for life. I'm gonna get back to Ace Combat 6 because there's one medal that I haven't gotten yet. That's the speed run. I will do it on stream. We just have to get through other things first. No damage bonus! I don't care if I got a B ranking. I'm not going for S ranks here. Alright, so for the last mission. Before I start, I have to use the little pilot's room. But the one thing I will do is get our plane selected. And it's going to be the Raven. But I will be back shortly. I'm going to trigger another 30-second ad. Yep, ad time. So, be right back. Crash Bandicoot ad, Travis Scott, McDonald's ad again. Alright, we'll use UAVs because they're insanely awesome. The first video game I ever played, it wasn't mine, but it was my older stepbrother's N64 copy of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. The first game that I actually owned and played was Spyro the Dragon. And I think the first game that I actually 100% completed was Pokemon Red. I also played a little bit of Air Combat on the PS1, but again, it wasn't mine. The first Ace Combat game that I really played was Ace Combat 6 in 2007. Do the stealth coding.
Strider Strider Squadron, takeoff prep complete.
Okay. One final mission. It might. I don't remember. But I've cleared it way more times than 99. I have sunk years of gameplay into Ace Combat 6. Ace Combat 6 is in the top 5 of my favorite games of all time. The others being...
Can I use this? Hey, can you hear me?
Pokemon, I'm not... I think,
Peak condition.
Soul Silver.
I even buffed up the canopy for a nice shine, so you can really see the sky.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Take care, Trigger. When you get back, let me know.
Halo... or the Halo trilogy.
Let me see that. Trigger, wish I could have flown with you.
A dinged up plane and an injured pilot would only slow you down.
The sky is connected. 3 Strikes Nation. And I'm convinced that the 3 strikes for the nations are Osea, Erusia, and Belka. Because we do have Belkans in the Coalition. They aren't flying, but Schroeder and the Belkans at the ISEV that are helping the refugees, they're part of this fight too. Oh, Belka did everything wrong.
Affirmative. And I think everybody here knows.
But it's a lot more complicated than that.
Commence mission. All aircraft.
But I honestly think that A7 with Tabloid, George, and Schroeder, they're paving the way for Belka's redemption. And I do believe in redemption. I love redemption.
Goal leader to Lancaster. UAV is confirmed in direction of travel. Engaging two bandits.
All aircraft converge on Skull Squadron. Surround and shoot them down.
Strider 3, copy. Let's do it, Hushin.
UAV reacting. Damn, they're fast.
I mean, one of the things I would love to see is unification between Ameria and Estevakia. And I think canonically they're starting that path. Damn it! If I can, I will, but I'm not going to go out of my way to.
I don't care what country anyone's from. What counts is knowing who the real enemy is. Right, guys?
Affirmative. And I think
I've never been able to do that.
We all know who to follow. Commence mission. All aircraft follow trigger.
Roger that. Understood.
All right.
Understood. Roger.
The space elevator is able to broadcast and communicate. With the information infrastructure down, it's the only place capable of wide area data transmission. The drones are waiting for it to power up again.
Clever little bastards.
Goal leader to Lancaster. UAV is confirmed in direction of travel. Engaging two bandits.
All aircraft converge on Skull Squadron. Surround and shoot them down.
Strider 3, copy. Let's do it, Hushin.
UAV reacting. Damn, they're fast. All aircraft stay sharp. Intercept now.
No, I don't want Belk to have any part in Ace Combat 8.
Salamander 3, Skull 2, lost. Damn it, that was quick.
I never seen anyone fly this fast. Provide support.
Belk has been in Ace Combat enough. They should deserve a game off.
The UAVs are equipped with laser weaponry. Watch where their nose is pointing. There we go. One down. One down. Target is at the altitude rapidly.
Down to the main flag smoke, no away from it.
My UAV attack dogs killed one Raven. Well, rip wit. Sorry, I tried.
Don't stop now. Attention, all aircraft. Launch detected from UAV. They're small drones.
These guys have quite the bag of tricks.
I tried my best, I'm sorry.
Locked on, you're mine.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
I'm on it. Cushion, assist count.
Wilco.
Ah!
I can't break lock.
There we go.
Trigger's missile hit. That one looks like it hurt. Trigger has scored a kill. Hell yeah! You finally did it! Way to shoot, Ace.
Alright, no checkpoint yet. Now we gotta go after this fucker, but UAVs typically do pretty good against this thing. Which is why I picked the Raven.
Look, it discarded its wings. What the? It's just like the UAV the Trigger shot down at Volkurtarest. Is that the prototype that Wiseman was talking about?
It's on fire. Probably G-Force. She was pulling high G's to avoid getting hit. That would be my assumption.
Is it just me or is that thing trying to read Trigger's reactions? It's observing strike. Looks like it's trying to learn from it. Still flying.
Boom!
Keep this up forever. Finish it off,
Checkpoint!
Trigger.
Count is whispering dirty things to her. Yes! No!
That was definitely the most intense thing I've ever been in. I can't wait to tell my son about it.
Space elevator is
Damn it, Nagase.
Looks like we made it in just the nick of time.
Still haven't forgiven you for killing Chopper.
Data that may have included Trigger's flying style from leaking. I've got a special bottle of wine for occasions like this. Let's see if we open it.
Because we gave Chopper the perfectly good idea of, hey, dump your plane in the river.
There's still one drone left.
No! Nagase's like, Chopper, you should totally dump it in the stadium. That isn't empty yet. You need to wait until it's emptied.
Can anyone hear me? That aircraft needs to be taken care of.
When I'm just like, there's a perfectly good river right there!
The UAV's alive and kicking.
Alright, tunnel run.
The UAV went into the undersea tunnel. That tunnel leads to the space elevator.
With the thickest plane so far. This ought to be good.
You're gonna have to fly into the tunnel after the UAV.
Where's the escape vector?
There's enough space for him to turn beneath the elevator.
That's a suicide mission.
Count, where are you going? We rely on Trigger too much. He's gonna need help.
You can't be serious, Count.
Yeah, well, you had no problem with Trigger doing the same thing.
Trigger's different.
We'll see.
Knocker had less sturdy thoughts about Brownie than Nagase and her Bridge of
Don't
Peace.
worry. I learned something from my last squad.
Actually, Knocker's,
Trigger,
to me, gave me the impression of the consummate professional. I don't think he had any thoughts about Brownie that way at all.
Status.
live.
Fuck!
Excellent. Both okay.
Trigger's down.
Oh, there's Count. Brownie's death for Knocker was more one of, I failed
Too much. He's gonna need help.
to keep
You can't be serious.
my,
Yeah, well,
protect my wingman. I failed as an instructor and a leader.
Don't worry, I learned something from my last squadron. Stick with Trigger, you'll make it.
Count, give me your status.
Alive.
Excellent, so you're both okay.
If he did, he never would have revealed it in any way, because he is a professional.
Take a short time for the drone to send over the data.
And he's by the book.
There it is.
It would be improper for him to have any of those thoughts, so if he did, he would bury them. Yeah. So you're both okay then? No, Trigger's kind of on fire.
He's operating the gates.
He is fire.
Goes our only way out. I thought we were gonna pull this off after we came through that maze.
Actually, Knocker made the right call. She was damaged. He had
They're waiting for you outside.
someone escort her back. It was Skykeeper
Another path?
that ordered her and Gargoyle 1 to engage Mihai. That's what got her killed. Oh yeah, if you could save Brownie, I would have done that. But there's no way you can because the script. Low-key kind of cute? What are you talking about? She is high-key cute. There is no doubt about it.
Drone on your tail. Damn it! It got me. I'm hit. Shit. My wings seem fine, but I'm losing thrust. Is my engine? Definitely feels like
Brownie
fire.
cute as fuck.
I'm fine. I can still fly. My rudder's acting up. It's hard to keep level.
And I will say in defense of Skykeeper, he probably didn't know what the SU-30s were. But he shouldn't have ordered them to fire. Especially with with planes he knew that were damaged.
Drone is turning. We'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger. It's down.
Alright, just the tunnel run itself left.
Yeah, baby. Hey, I'm being serious here.
Nope, that's bad alignment.
I thought of a way out of here. The space elevator. The windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up.
Okay, this is a better alignment.
Not sure if my bird can handle it, though. Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing. Get out of here! Everyone's waiting for you!
Yep, slow and steady wins the elevator.
I have to wait until I have less fuel, but I have no choice.
Come on.
Attempting to land. I don't think my plane will make it. Anyway, here goes. Come on, baby, stay with me just a bit more.
Come on. Come on, you can do it, baby. You can do it.
Should we send in an evac team?
We can't give up. We have to wait.
Okay. One more elevator car.
Can you hear me? We're all waiting. A world of darkness needs a light to shine.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're waiting for that beacon of light.
Done!
Look, it's Trigger. Strider 1 has returned to radar. I did it!
That's our Trigger. He's a damn hero. Ah! No doubt. You're better than me.
First Strider 2.
That's it, everybody.
Does anyone have eyes on Count?
The no damage run is complete.
You damn fool. What's your position?
Watching Trigger climb. I guess it's my fate to watch from down below.
Yeah.
Not only did we get a medal, we also unlocked
Yeah,
a
well, I guess we are.
color, I believe, for the SU-30 SM.
Give us your coordinates.
So before we
Directly under the space
before I end the
elevator,
stream,
elevation
we're
+500
gonna take a look at it.
Minus? Hey, Trigger. You dumbass. Tell me something. What color's the sky up there?
Well, cassette's a royalty, so I mean it's to be expected.
I can't tell you how proud I am to be the first to land at
Wait,
this
what was that
spaceport.
transmission?
This is Captain Kay Nagase of the spaceship Pilgrim 1. The ocean of stars
Royal
in our
pain.
galaxy is finally within our reach. To the pilot who generously gave this spaceship a place to dock.
That's like walk up to a tank and chunk a yellow smoke grenade. Okay, so that and her actions in Lighthouse.
At last, we have a gateway
She's
to ascend to it.
a death she wants to do anything she can for atonement because she felt like
The pilot who gave us all a
her actions caused this war. So she will do anything she can to stop it, even at the cost of her own life. She's an atonement-seeking death seeker, essentially. Which is why she does crazy, stupid, idiotic things.
To skies unknown, the path to mankind's vast future remains standing, Granddad.
All right. Loading. No damage bonus. Data viewer. What? No. What? Oh my god. Does it have to be on normal? No, because I got that one on easy. No, you don't have to do the alicorn stuff. All these are just the base game, so I didn't even do the alicorn. I'll review it later, see what happened. I thought it was. That's why I have to look. It's possible that on one of the missions I took some damage without noticing it and ended up repairing because I was rearming and never knew. And that's probably it for Bonte or... Huh. When you crash too many times. That's just a restart. That's how you do the no damage run. You repeat the checkpoints. Or do you mean restart from the checkpoint even if you have no damage just to reload? I hate A7's Metal system. That's so stupid. That is literally stupid. Alright, I'll read up on how things are supposed to be, but that's it for the stream. I might do this again on stream. I might do it off time, I don't know. I'm not sure what the next Ace Combat stream will be. Probably not 7 because I'm frustrated with it. It might go back to 6. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Next Ace Combat stream will be Ace Combat 6 Chat Decides. So, next time I stream Ace Combat, it'll be Ace 6, and you all will decide what plane me and Shamrock are going to be using. So, looking forward to that. And as soon as the Ace 7 DLC drops, whatever Ace Combat series we have going on will be put on hold for that. I've already had, before I did the no damage run, I already had Giant Step. But I know I got the no damage bonus for Farbanti on this run. But who knows? I know I restarted a lot in Last Hope, so yeah. Anyway, I'll look it over. We'll eventually redo this. I'll ask Sly what the fuck. But yeah. Ace 6 was a lot easier. So that'll do it for today. Next stream is on Saturday. We will continue with Horizon Zero Dawn, Frozen Wilds, and if my schedule stays the same, next week, Tuesday, Ace Combat 6 Chat Decides. Take care, everyone. Have a good afternoon, and I will see you all later.